Well, it certainly has been a long time since you heard from us. I'm not gonna fucking apologize for that. If you guys maybe showed a little bit more enthusiasm about listening to our fucking podcast, maybe I'll produce more content. Yeah, let's remind you, we're real here. You're getting everything that's real here. So where the fuck have you been at, huh? Anyways, here's what you missed. On Shameless, baby. We're here to talk about Colossal Con. Great idea, or just a bunch of morons coming up with the idea that's less ideas that are less more ideal than President Trump's ideas in office. Momokun, sexual predator, or just ADHD? We'll find out today on Con Shameless. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome back, and I'm back, and I'm black, and I got even more black people and an Asian, and yep, we're here to talk about some of the craziest shit to this date. It's been a while, but we got some juicy stuff to talk about. So I'm just gonna go right into the important subject of the matter today. Colossal Con, smart move in making a lottery system to give out rooms, or bad idea. Here today, I have with me the always Mookie pool of Mookness, Mookie. I have here Fang Soul here, baby. They're all back from a recent con anime met West, which we'll also briefly talk about that as well. It's like the last little tower because it was that less of an impact. But we also have a Pacific Islander with talking to us too. Right? That's what you are, right? Pacific Islander. I don't know what he is. But
Oh crack!
oh look, here he is. It's the return.
All right, I'm back.
I've started it. So
I'm back.
here is the Mooks. He has come back. So Colossal Con, smart move in the lottery, or moronic? What's your opinion there, Mookie?
Stupid as hell. Because here's the issue. First of all, they said that if someone goes on the cruise, they have priority over reservations and shit for the con. Okay. Then they said that people who in the raffle have first pick at reservations, like at rooms. So who actually gets first pick over rooms? Is it the people who paid all this money to go on their shitty little cruise? or is it the people who win the raffle? Not only that, but they also said, oh, they're like, and then rooms will also
Uh,
be available on the 16th through the 18th, but we estimate the rooms to be sold out by the 8th, which is the next day. So it's just like, how then what is the point of even saying that rooms will be available then? It's like because they don't even factor in the fact that
uh,
there are people actually going to that Kalahari because it's a fucking resort. They're going there to swim with their families, not for the convention.
yeah. Here and the thing, my problems with that too. They're saying that all of the hotels now are going to be booked by nobody but but congoers, and I think that's
What?
bullshit. And somebody called them out on it. Somebody's like, "Well, I seen plenty of normal people on it," but they was like, "Well, the only reason why that was possible, especially they were saying that this is what happened this year too. The only way that that's possible is somebody that didn't want their room." Instead of giving it to another congoer, it went back up for sale, and a normal family ended up buying it, and
That's
that's how.
bullshit,
And I'm just like, really? But I could have sworn I saw
dude.
plenty of normal people there,
I'm about to say,
like
remember,
plenty of normal people were
people up
there.
from us, like 3 doors up from us, it was just normal families right there. Remember how many times we got stopped? People asking us, "What's going on here? What is this event?"
Yeah.
That's bullshit. And I don't know what they're talking about because what hotel, what hotel would let a con buy up every single room slot for that weekend because they're running a risk of losing money saying that it's reserved. It's like, what if half the people don't show up? Then half the hotel's empty and they lost out on money.
It's all a monopoly game now,
Like, and
man. It's
it's
all a
stupid though
weird
because it's just
monopoly
like
game to get people
you have a
involved.
lot, even like famous cosplayers. You have these people saying they're not even going to the con anymore because they can't get a room. They don't have a room, and not only that, but they find this whole lottery shit stupid as hell, which I don't blame them. Like Colossal Con is going to start going downhill if they're going to keep doing this. Like they should just left it, let people call in, get their rooms, bam, good. You know how many people want to reserve online and just
Yeah,
store it. Now
exactly.
they want to overcomplicate it.
If they were so worried about it being fair, what they could have did was they could have they if they wanted to fix the problem, all they had to do is it's simple as getting more phones on decks, or uh, get more IT support on your website. But like get more people
Like
answering the
yeah, like
phone.
any other con. Here's my
You
thing.
know,
Here's my second thought on this though. I think that I think after this year's Colossal Con, because I heard plenty of fucked up shit. I think after this year's Colossal Con, that the Kalahari has actually limited the amount of room blocks available to Colossal Con, which is why they're doing this weird raffle thing.
yeah,
Because there's
I
usually
think
more than
so
enough
too.
rooms. It's more than enough rooms. There's more than enough hotels around. I think
I've been
people
in that
being wild
hotel.
has fucked up. Yep.
Yeah,
I
I've
think
been in
people
that
being wild.
hotel, and there is a shit ton of rooms. So you're telling me that out of all those rooms available that I have walked in, I've literally have walked and kept endlessly walking down hallways. You remember those corridors where we kept walking? We were just like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like these are nothing but hotel blocks. Like nothing but hotel blocks.
Mhm.
So you know,
Just massive.
I also think it's a part of the con too. They want to give first dibs to like staffing
Uh-huh.
and friends of staffing, which is okay. Then say that. I would be perfectly. I would be better. It would be better if you were just saying that.
Yeah, but the
But
problem here's the issue with that. That nobody really actually attends the convention itself. People are there more so for the Kalahari and photo shoots and just hanging out, you know?
yeah, yeah. So it's like, it's all very fishy. It's all very weird. I don't know. I think the only way I'm even thinking about even attending this year is if I would stay with somebody that's locally staying there, and then even then, it's like I don't know because another friend of mine, we were talking, and he was like, "Well, you know, it comes down to like almost $400 to $500 because you're paying $50 for you pay well actually you're paying about over that. You're paying $50 for a water park passes. People are like, "Oh yeah, you can just stay at another hotel and everything like that." Okay, well that eliminates you getting free water park passes. They're overcharging for the after hours thing now. What was $25 is now $40 for each of the days.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's dude. Why am I paying $10 less for the original price for a day pass when it's only gonna be open for like another hour or two, if that? I think it's open for like what? I think 2 or 3 hours.
Something like that.
Yeah, even still though, it's not like it's an all day thing.
Dude,
$25 was more than enough.
I'm sitting here
So
thinking, because I'm like, back to the whole the staffing thing, like room blocks for staff. It's like the actual convention area itself is so small. Like they wouldn't need more than probably like 20 rooms tops, and that's not even walking out one corridor. That
right.
hotel is massive. Me and Kiva got lost in it at one point when we went to Denny's.
Yep.
Yep.
You remember that? Like we were like, wait, where do we go? Like they have more than enough rooms to house everybody for the convention there. It's that the Kalahari isn't allowing them more space. And I'm not surprised because of how people act at that con. There's
Let me
plenty
let,
cool people, it's fun as hell, but people need to tone it down in certain
so let
aspects
me
of
let
it.
me ask you, Faith. So, as an outside opinion, what are you thinking of this new developments of the Colossal Con and the
Considering
Kalahari?
considering that ColossalCon East was recently created, I think they are the convention out of the Kalahari, like trying to get it to go somewhere else because they do not want the people that are there coming there because people will come, do drugs, get drunk, waste and just mess up everything. So I think it's pretty obvious that they might be trying to push the con out.
Oh,
Yeah, there are
actually,
several things noting that too. Actually, like when I was going to the water park, they were holding on to like Deadpool like belts and like with like gun attachments and all that. They weren't allowing certain props into the pool areas and everything like that. And their claims was because that there was a shooting before that wasn't even con related. And I'm like, well, how is something that's not con related affecting us?
yeah.
It's
And you know
funny. It's funny because when I went there this year, I had a pool noodle as one of my props, and they told me I couldn't go into the pool.
what?
But it also might be because one of the employees told me that they had
That they had what? You cut out.
new management. So sometime between
Uh,
this year's and last year, they got a new manager. So that's another reason why, as to why it's possible that they could be just pushing us out because that manager doesn't want us there.
Well, it's not even up to the
it
new manager
was,
of that Kalahari. It's up to like the fucking company itself.
you know what they had to? They had lackluster updated security. Okay, it was supposed to be
Dude,
the
you know
system
what?
where you wear the wristband. Okay, right? You go up to the turnstiles where you enter into the water park. You're supposed to press the wristband and you're able to go in. Well, some people were just walking through.
Yep.
Like they weren't even pressing the wristbands against it. They just walked right on through. And
It
it's
depends on the
like,
security guard.
and then I mean, just like the turnstile period. And yeah, yeah, exactly. And then like you have some security guards that wanted to check every single part of my bags. And you have some security guards that wasn't even paying attention. They were just like whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And
Um.
it's that whole situation was just really uncomfortable for me. Like I didn't, it was certain things like I barely was able to shoot. It was already kind of raining at some points, and
Mm-hmm.
then so I was limited to what I could bring, and and stuff like that. And when I did have my stuff, it was just I don't know. It was just something off-putting about having to go through that turnstile and all that other shit and everything. Since from
I got
before, when I was able to just go right on in.
pizza roll. Shit. Ugh. I gotta go back and touch base on what Kiva said about how people get drunk and do drugs and shit. Um, the photo shoot aspect of it. Me and you talked about this. Remember, who was it? Freddie, who took a picture of the aftermath at the Colossal, where it's just a pile of bottles just sitting right there in the brush. Everybody just threw their trash
Yeah.
there. It's like if the trash is already thrown together right there, why don't you all just put it in a garbage bag or just put it in a garbage can? There were garbage cans literally everywhere throughout Colossal Con. There's
Definitely.
no reason y'all should be dumping shit,
Well,
which is why,
one
like you
thing I
said, more
will like to
hotels are
note,
squeezing cons out.
about that, definitely what y'all get credit for, the the little bungalow parties were a lot better this year. Everybody was on point with trying to clean up and everything like that. So
Mhm.
I will give credit to that aspect. Like nobody did leave that villa parties without grabbing something and throwing it away, and we collectively cleaned it up. So I give credit where it's done. Good job on that, guys. Keep up the good
Um,
work.
the other thing we need to address as to, another possible reason as to why they probably don't want us there, or they're limiting the amount of room blocks for Colossal Con at the Kalahari specifically, is we talked about this last year. The whole taking photo shoots on top of arcade machines thing. It's like you have a lot of people attending,
Oh yeah, they
like
ooh.
families and congoers who are trying to play games, and y'all want people to get off because you like the way this LED light, so you could take an hour taking photos of your cosplay. That's not what it's for, and you shouldn't be getting mad at people because you're getting pushed out of it. And they don't want you
Exactly.
climbing on that shit because
Dude,
fixing arcade machines is not something that's cheap to do.
I don't know if you heard, but they were also climbing on like the vendors' trucks that
Yeah,
were
yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that too. It's like, why? What would make them
um
want to come back? All the money they made from feeding y'all hungry ass motherfuckers, they're gonna have to reinvest into fixing their truck because you decided it'd be a great idea to do a
yeah.
photo shoot and climb on it like you fucking Tarzan. Like some of
And
these people have no home training.
exactly. And by the way, people, in case you didn't know, the lowest amount that you put as to cover the damages that you put before you rent anything, any vehicle, like even a pickup truck, is $500. So I can't even imagine the price on a trailer truck of what that is. And that deposit is gone if you don't return it the way you got it. So you know, so it's like, come on, guys. Like, we could definitely do better in that part, that aspect. What got me too was they were posting pictures about them doing it too. I'm just like, really, guys? You guys have no shame about it either. Could definitely do better on that as that's concerned. Definitely. I don't know. I mean, next year, I don't know. It's colossal. It's. I'm not even gonna really worry about it. If I get there, I get there. If not, then I heard some
Exactly,
good
that's how it
stuff.
was this year, and I'm glad I didn't go because it's just a train wreck of things that happen.
It was fun, but it was a blur at the same time because having to deal with so much.
Yeah.
Uh, just dealing with. I'm gonna say dealing with all the new changes made it go super fast. So the trip was almost not even really worth it. Luckily, the way I did it, I was able to make it worth it. But if I'm doing it again this year by myself with extra people, it's not gonna work out. It's definitely not gonna work out.
Well, hopefully we'll we'll manage to like get a room. That's what we are planning on. Everybody just getting a room together again. Like we went like the year before last, or no, that was last year we went. Yeah,
Yeah.
like last year.
Oh, if we're not doing that again, I'm not doing it this year because
Yeah,
my
yeah,
roommates,
that's the
yeah,
plan.
it definitely, yeah, because it was just it's the only way that's possible. I did hear some great things about Eddie Cobb. For a friend of mine that went. So there is a fallback on that, just in case
Yeah.
we can
Oh
try that
wait, thank you
out.
for reminding me. I think that's actually what we're debating on doing is if we're going to actually skip Colossal next year just to go to YetiCon.
That would be all for something new. I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, I've never been to Canada and I've never been to YetiCon, so I can kill two birds with one stone.
There you go.
Exactly, exactly. It's yeah. I mean, cost is just getting to be so much just to deal with. Um, and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, there's other cons that are just as busy, if not busier, that know how to handle their shit. You know what I mean?
And
It's not a hard process. It shouldn't be a hard process.
it shouldn't be left up to actual hotel staff to manage the convention. They need to be
Right.
employing. They need to be having
Exactly.
staff who are actually going to do their job, are going to enforce the
Exactly.
rules and all that shit. And if people don't, they don't need to be like. I'm tired of seeing the staffers who are just like somebody's like, oh, don't like. For example, this is extreme, example. But like, okay, let's see. I'm bashing a window. The window breaks. Stop breaking windows. Fuck you. I start breaking more windows. And then the person's like, whatever, walks away. No. In a scenario like that, it's like, you're there for the sole purpose of enforcing these rules. Call com security. If not, fucking call the cops. Especially in something like that.
Yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
didn't do that. It's just an example, but you know what I mean. Like too many of them don't care, and then they wonder why their favorite conventions get shut down or pushed out of locations. Because where Colossal Con is a damn good location. You don't have to worry about nothing dealing with a
Yeah.
bunch of like traffic, city people, none of that. We're out in the middle of
Exactly.
nowhere, just like
Exactly,
having fun. No
and I think that's
complaints.
why people are really upset about this and generally not really get that. You know, it's like it's people are just like they're oversimplifying. People are like, oh yeah, it's overcomplicating it. No, we're not overcomplicating it. I think the con is overcomplicating it, and it's it's really too much trying to stay somewhere else. I have people that stay at the wilderness. You don't want to like sit up there. You're drinking, whether you party or not. You know, if you're up
Yeah,
late, you don't want to sit up there having to take a shuttle bus. You know, at like 10 o'clock, or you're just ass out, or you have to walk on the highway for an hour in order to get back to your hotel room. So you
honestly,
can't tell me that it's as simple as booking somewhere else. You know,
yeah. Because then, and not only that, but like I noticed too, a lot of cosplayers that attended are people who are from Ohio because for whatever reason, a lot of Ohio cosplayers don't get to go to cons that much.
right, right,
And like it was a decent drive for us. It's like,
exactly,
but we got over there,
right.
like it's a good spot. It's a good con. And then in the on the subject of oh, stay at a hotel that's down the road, but don't walk on the road. How are you supposed to get there? There are no sidewalks out there. It's like you don't have any type of shuttle. If anything, I think Colossal Con should see if they can like employ two people to just be shuttle drivers for that whole weekend in
Yeah,
exchange for like a room and a badge, and they'll just work in shifts just
Yeah.
like any other like
that
staffer.
would be an excellent idea, especially from what I heard that Uber and Lyft isn't really a thing out there either. Like,
Yeah.
which I found out recently. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? You can't even order you can't even order Grubhub out there.
I mean, look where it's located. There's not really much out there to begin with, so I'm
That's
not
how
surprised.
bad it is. Yeah, I mean you have like Taco Bell and Sonics and all that that are there, but they haven't really bothered implementing like Uber Eats or anything around the area because of it being on the highway and how awkward it is getting to and from those locations and the hotel spots. So it's it's I think that idea is great. Like if we're gonna do that, we need to offer some sort of like way for other people to get to the con because walking is definitely gonna be a no no. And I mean, and then like you hear bad stories like the Maui Sands and them having bed bug problems.
Yeah. Oh
Like
god.
it's like that's not really giving
Oh.
me a good incentive to book somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, we're completely overlooking another thing. We're completely overlooking the community as a whole because it's such a small town where we have the con at. When we went to Walmart, there was people in there throwing shit off the shelves, spilling shit, all that. So you're not just affecting the con goers, like you're affecting the people that live there because people work at the Walmart, they have to clean it up. You go to a restaurant, you leave
yeah,
your shit everywhere. They have, you're not kids. There are some kids, but you're not kids. Okay, you're not a kid.
right. They're
18 and up, I don't
grown
care what
ass
anybody say. You ain't a
adults.
kid. Yeah,
Exactly.
respect the people that are basically hosting. They're basically hosting you, okay?
Yeah.
Like, have some respect. Like, damn, it's not hard to do. Say please, thank you, clean up after yourself, just like you at your mama house or your
Right.
daddy house,
Right.
whatever.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely point well given. Yeah, I mean, colossal guys, you guys gotta, you guys gotta make some change. This is not definitely the changes I would go with, but we'll see with the attendance this year. We'll see how that gets affected and all that other stuff. Now on to the next topic. Good old Miss ADHD.
Oh boy.
Yes, yes. I know the topic you've all been waiting for. Miss Momokun. Is this the last straw? Is this the final straw? What do you guys think? What's your opinions on this video vixen booth babe?
Honestly, I feel like we hope this is her last straw, but honestly,
I don't think it's gonna be a last straw.
yeah.
I
So
really don't think so either.
at some point, she is gonna come back and probably rear her ugly head again if she doesn't change her ways. But what she needs to do is she needs to make an apology, not some bogus copy script that gives us this fake apology.
I mean, it's. I mean, are we really surprised? I mean, look at the whole blackfacing incident, where people had copy and pasted, replies and all this other stuff, and even with like Paul Logan, even he had a following. It was just like, hey, look at this. I'm sorry, and blah blah blah. Copy paste. All right, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't want the apologies. What I want is to be shown different. I want to be shown that you're improving. I want to be shown that
Yeah,
you're,
talk is cheap. It's
you
all
know,
actions.
like I want to be shown that you're sorry and that this was really a thing that you were wrong about. That's what I want to see. Then whatever. A lot of people have been going real ham on her. You know, and hey, I mean, the situation is what it is.
She's been. Here's the thing. Like you say, you want to see action instead of words. Because here we go
I
again, where she's going to make an apology video. She's been doing nothing but apologizing, but not changing her
yeah,
act.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Like you want the community to actually believe you. You need to show us. Not only that, but you need to. I'm sorry, that's sorry.
No,
You
it's
need to
fine.
fucking get on the ball. Like if you want to do Patreon, you need to actually be getting the shit out to your actual patrons. That's been an issue with her for the longest. She's
Definitely.
been behind on getting out her fucking prints and shit, and it's not even hard to do. There's people who have that shit automated. It's like, okay, I need this printed out. You send it off to the company. It's like, all
Hmm.
right, they'll print it out, they'll package it, they'll ship it for you. All you have to do is
Right.
supply the picture and the measurements, like what size picture is supposed to
The
be.
thing about that, her, and especially now that that's pissing me off, is one bad apple equals the whole barrel is spoiled. Like, it's dragging other people that are very serious about this down.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, a lot of our friends that do that kind of work getting dragged into it. Oh well, she's different. What's the difference with other people then? And no, they are different. This is one person that has the problem. Granted, there are more people that have been doing it, sure, but those situations need to be, I think, be handled on separate terms. I don't think it should be guilty, just period, if you do this kind of work. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Another thing that interests me about is what do the people that are her close friends have to say about all this?
Uh,
We already got to see what they think about that. Van Plant already posted that she's quitting cosplay in January to go back to school.
Right.
oh wow,
And
really?
yeah,
That I
that's
didn't
Yeah.
know.
posted. And then
Interesting.
everybody else is kind of just. I don't think people really say anything because, in all honesty, nothing really needs to be said.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I want to do touch base on is what was already said. That video is being passed around, a YouTube video. Who was it by? I can't think. What she said, it's like there's been literal video evidence of her sexually assaulting people, but everybody still wants to white knight for her, ignore it, etc.
Right.
But it takes a couple well-known cosplayers and shit for people to be like, "Hey, this isn't right. Stop it." I find that fucked up, and as a community, that needs to be changed. And then
Hmm.
this whole because it's a guy is it can't be true. This whole I wouldn't mind if she did that to me. Well, that's you. this person's expressing that they didn't want that to happen to them.
Exactly.
So don't just go around dismissing it. And we also need to stop, or on the subject, we need to stop the false allegations of the cosplay community because that happens way too much too. It's like, so and so assaulted me, but then it's just like, here's a whole conversation about you guys talking about what happened, discussing that you're going to do it, and then look, an after sex selfie. Okay.
Yeah.
This whole
Exactly.
it's a regret that you regret sleeping with someone doesn't mean that you need to accuse them of something.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, definitely. I've had some personal problems with that shit. It's just like I'm not even gonna even get into it. It's terrible, dude. It's stupid. It's like that's the only thing that's making it really harder for this situation harder. You know, it's only gonna make it more harder when that's what we're doing. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so it's like I mean, that's all I have to say about it. So what do you think about the anime list this past, boys? What do you think about
Oof.
that? What's your review
Yeah.
on that? I like
Well,
I like everybody say oof.
first, let's talk about the whole quote unquote hoverboard, even though it ain't a hoverboard. Meanwhile, let's talk about that. So here we have Mr. Koff, who patrols his fucking conventions like Paul Blart Mall Cop on his Segway. But then, three people are on their little hoverboards with the tiniest wheels, the tiniest amount of rubber for grip, and they're not allowed to. But he's up here with these big ass basic car tires, drifting around corners looking for little girls to harass, and that's perfectly fine. Like I know a lot of cons don't allow that or rollerblades, but like if you're in a car, usually if you're on a carpet, it's more acceptable because you're not gonna really do anything. Like everybody's feet is on it and shit, so of course something's gonna get dirty. But that whole thing just didn't sit right with me, especially considering there was nothing going on with the con. And then like the whole scheduling issues as well. Like I kept hearing from people that they had panels, they got approved for panels, but their
Mhm.
panels were labeled wrong. It's like panel is supposed to be in room 10, and I don't find out till 20 minutes later it's actually going on in room 12. So I'm late to my own panel. And then everybody, and vice versa. So you got people who are like frantically running around trying to get to their shit just to find out it's not even where it's supposed to be. And you have this whole schedule posted up on these booklets for people to look at for a reason. Like if you can't even do that right, you shouldn't be trying to run a con, much less 3 conventions.
Exactly. I found it. I was pretty done with the con when we were downstairs, and the only little fun amount of fun that was going on was broken up by one of these so-called hoverboard security guys. Was like, you guys can't really be doing this here.
Yeah.
Having fun in a area, not blocking the spots. Uh,
Exactly. Like, there's nothing going. What do conventions are meant so people can come together and have fun. Like, of course, there's going to be noise. Of course, there's going to be, you know what I mean? Like,
and it
it
was in
is
an
what it is.
area where noise is acceptable. And it wasn't like it was at night.
Mhm.
Even this was what time was it? It was like what 4 o'clock, right? Four
Yeah,
approaching
it's
five.
about 3 or 4. Yeah, when we went down.
Come on, man.
Yeah, this gets and then the whole $70 for a badge for a convention that doesn't have anything going on, where it's only 60 for
Cash
ASIN.
only, by the way.
It's cash. It's cash only.
Don't forget
What?
about that.
I didn't even know that. Oh,
Cash only.
that makes it even worse because then it's
They
just
were
like
all
a lot.
they were already talking about the problems last year where like people were
Yeah,
just like where they were trying to drag people to make them pay for badges and stuff.
yeah, like have we not been to enough times to understand that you want people to play cash only? Most people have card. They go to the ATM. The ATM breaks down and runs out of money, just like every other year. So then you have people who can't even get a badge because they need to go to an ATM. But then plenty of people have like taken the fucking train or a shuttle or something to the con. So it's just like I can't exactly just run to a fucking store or something. Some people just feel safer having a card on them than cash. And then,
Exactly. Especially in
oh
this
my
day and
god,
age. Like,
yeah, then
come
the whole
on.
trying to force people to get badged thing. Yeah, that's dumb. It's like the Hyatt already said that fucking they don't care. It's public domain is what they basically say. They're like stop, and he's trying to like you enforce shit like you're basically trying to fucking go against what a hotel that is allowing to host your convention at said. Like if they're gonna listen to anybody, it's the people who own the fucking hotel.
Exactly. Definitely. I don't know. It was very, very weird. I've definitely cut that shit out of my repertoire.
Yeah,
When,
I'm knowing it too.
uh, it's just, yeah, like they're overcharging. Um, the events are not really catered to every fandom. They only cater to certain fandoms.
Yeah.
They're catered to grabbing money from younger people. Yes, definitely. I definitely.
Who's that YouTuber that was there this year that they maybe he thought justified bumping up the price of badges?
I have no idea what it is.
Um,
They had epic
oh,
battles
it
of
was
rap. They had epic
yeah, yeah,
rap
yeah.
battles of history there,
No,
which
nobody. That's what it was.
I
But
was like, oh,
nobody.
that's cool. But they haven't even made a new video. They haven't even made a new video in
Yeah,
years. Like,
I was saying that like they haven't actually done shit in ages. They're literally like YouTube fossils. Like in the early stages of YouTube, I remember watching them.
I honestly forgot they were even there this year.
See, like you got this irrelevant ass YouTuber there. No offense to them, but I mean, like, what the hell? At this point, probably trying to get any guest he possibly can. Was there even a guest list for this year? I just thought about that.
There was.
It was the standard ones, wasn't it? Like Lil Karibo and all that shit again.
No.
Was it?
It was some new actors actually. I don't exactly remember
it
their
was
names.
Well,
actors to get these little kids that get excited about them to come and spend their money on their little meet and greets and photos and all that shit. That's what it was. That's who they had there. And
Yeah.
I'm really sick and tired of that. Like, I don't need that. It's like I'll go to a place that has some good guest list.
yeah, no, yeah, I have a list. I have a list of like what I'm trying to just skip, and I'm kind of like I said I want to do I said I want to do Dice Show again. I don't know if I want to do that. I always say that in like a week before I'm going just because I don't have anything better to do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to skip Dice Show and Amkey and do a different con. I know next year I'm not. I know next year
Well,
I'm not doing
I wanna do
Asen or
something
Amkey.
definitely. I probably won't definitely do air Q. I'll probably just come out and and see you around that time, if anything, and just chill out there. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
air Q's another one. Yeah, I didn't even think about air Q. That's how bad it is.
yeah, they don't know what they're doing either. Like, wait all that time in line for a badge, and then the only thing worth going to ended up being the game room, which was really nicely done.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Game room's definitely on point, but it's like other than that, it's
It's
just I don't know. It didn't have any appeal to it. Like there was no appeal. Uh, just being in the con area and stuff. Like,
it's funny because a while like what 2 years ago I used to go to Geek Con a lot, which is coming up, and their game room is extraordinary to be honest. And so if I feel that if I'm gonna go gaming, it's gonna be GeekCon or YomoCon because YomoCon is a convention.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Amkey, the game room to me was all right. It is not as good as GeekCon. And funny enough, the badge prices for GeekCon compared to Amkey is wow. It's hilarious.
was it cheaper, more expensive, or like?
Yes, GeekCon was always cheaper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. Yeah. Oh, speaking of the devil, Airkey just announced some room pricing availability right now.
Get there.
Their room rate is 129 for the Hyatt.
120. That's actually not bad.
It's not, man.
Hmm. Hmm. I keep thinking I have like 5 more cons for this year when really it's only just one.
Well,
But
what I
I'm,
may end up doing though, like I said, I may end up with the air key. I could just, like I said, I could just go over there and spend time with you. And if we feel like going and stop and buy, sure. But I mean, I'm not gonna
mm,
really
man, like
invest the
I
change worth of
don't get me wrong.
dollars
Like
in it.
I love Milwaukee. I love my city. But like they need to get their shit together. Like I certain aspects, like in the last little like fucking podcast we did, they have things that need to be taken.
Uh, Also, what are you guys thinking of the potential Wakanda Con 2018?
I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Um,
Whatever, man. Hey, whatever.
I mean,
well,
I hope it I hope it does good. Um, do we need a con for it? My opinion, no,
No.
not really.
no.
Although I do have to say this, it would be nice to see another convention that's more geared towards blurs other than BlurredCon because as much as I wanted that to be the con for us, it's
True.
not. There's been too much controversy surrounding that convention. People getting scammed out of money
Yeah.
who are supposed to be
Yeah,
working with them.
yeah,
People just straight up getting the boot for no reason, and then just like working with them was just or like possibly working with them was dodging a fucking bullet because you can't come at someone and then you can't come at somebody sideways as your first impression and they try and work with them like no, and then it ended up being like essentially a train wreck. But there's still so many people that go to and support it because it's supposed to be a con for us, but at the same time, do you really want to support a con like this? That's it's supposed to be good for us, but like, are you enjoying yourself? No, but you're gonna give them your money anyway because you want this con to be so.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so where you guys are seeing that we're going to close out to cons? I'm limited. My only cons that I'm definitely for sure going to. I was saying colossal, but now not anymore. I have limited down to Dragon Con, and I don't even really count Asian because Asian is local and I just can go to it. But Rose Asian and Dragon Con. That's it. Dragon Con's the only thing I plan on every year from now on. Everything else is either being cut down or just outright cut out for me. I think places are trying to do too many changes, and not even really good changes either. These are just changes that are either bad or just changing just to change them, and are just taking away uh, the whole point of being at a con, which is to go there and escape and have fun.
Yeah.
So, yep, that is that. That's the way the news goes, gentlemen. Any closing statements for shut us down, or
Um, I feel like there's one other thing that needs to be said. What is it?
Oh wait, I got
I was
something.
just, I was
Uh,
just saying.
so the one thing about Midwest I saw this year wearing their inline skates, and
they were
guys, please do not do that.
they were doing
Like
what now?
they were inline and roller skates inside the
Oh,
hotel.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like people tried to do that years ago with air gear, and it didn't
Right.
turn out good.
I did that, and they told
So
me not to wear my huge, considering
Yeah,
some
not
people.
either.
Uh, that is a huge liability to the hotel
it
and when you
is.
wear skates inside because something can easily go where you trip and possibly fall over the balcony or fall down a flight of stairs or
Mm,
you trip someone else by accident.
Yeah, I saw these. What was it? What's that ice skating show or whatever it's called?
You're on
yeah,
ice.
you're right.
Yeah, they were cosplaying from that, and I'm like, it's not even ice skates.
Yeah.
They're wearing roller
You know
skates.
how easy it'd be for somebody cosplaying that? You get a pair of ice skates, put the guards on it, and walk around like that. You won't scrape up the floor like that. It's safer. You won't be rolling around like.
Yeah.
As long as you can balance, you'll be fine. Or hell, get a pair of shoes and make a big blade underneath it out of like foam or something. There's your
Yeah,
ice
that
skate.
you can attach to take off for pictures. Like you could do something like that. It's like, but they were just wearing roller skates, and it's just like they're ice skaters first. It's like, why are you wearing roller skates, and you're wearing roller skates in a public place that could scuffle floors, and not only that, but could cause you to have an injury
Yeah.
or injure somebody else because you don't know how to control yourself. Y'all can barely skate in what is it, a roller rink. What makes you think you can skate inside a hotel? So I do agree with that definitely.
Um, the last thing I want to say is get back down to these whole we get down to like con prices for like I understand you need to bring in money, but the thing about conventions is a lot of the money comes from the badges, not just hotels. The hotel, the money you make from the hotel is majorly split with the hotel itself and not the convention. The convention, yeah, gets some money, but like most of it goes towards the hotel because people be damaging stuff. But like you pull in, what is it like on average? Conventions usually pull in like what 600 to 800K. There's no
Yes.
need for you to
Yes.
make. There's no need for you to have prices like over the top. Even like booking through the convention for the hotel, it's like, oh yeah, use this code for this convention. It'll take $20 off. But it's like, what's $20 off a fucking $1,000 room?
That's what
That's
I'm saying. A lot of people's excuses are like, "Oh, well, we're nonprofit, and a lot of content nonprofit, and blah 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 blah." No, do not fall for that trick. Do not fall for that. Okay, somebody's pocketing somewhere.
just because you register under nonprofit
Organizations.
doesn't mean you are nonprofit. Plenty of people do that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just like, dude, come on. And then another thing I gotta say is like, it really, I think it should be the more days you're staying, the cheaper your stay is.
Yeah.
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 Instead of just
Definitely.
like it's just like flat prices for each day, $200 a day. It's like, okay, so it's $1,000 for 5 days instead of just like, oh, you're gonna be here for almost a week. We'll knock like $200 off.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I think a lot of places, like Dragon Con does that. So there's that. But I mean, a lot of people can take a lot of hits from other places and
Yeah.
get it done. All right, all right. Well, I think it's been a very fruitful town shameless. I
I hate
appreciate you
fruit.
guys. That's fine. But you like devil fruit, though.
Yes, that is One Piece for the win.
All right, guys. Yeah, again, this is Fang Soul and Mookie and with Jack 69 here and all that. And we are out.